What's going on, y'all? This is the Battle Blaster coming at you, blasting his way through the blast doors of reality. Alright? Now, just coming to you, talking to you about voting. And this is strictly for black people. If you're not black, you don't live in the hood or anything like that, you shouldn't be listening. You really shouldn't. You know, this is, if you want to listen as a bystander, be my guest, because a lot of people don't believe what we say, but you can be a bystander if you choose to. I don't give a damn. It's nice. If you want to leave a comment after it's all over with. Whatever the fucking case may be. But let's get on to the subject at hand. Okay. Now, today I was at work, and you know, one thing about white folks, they like to tell black people to do stuff. You know, he's like, you need to go out and vote today. Voting is so critical today. Now, this guy's a Republican. He voted for Trump. He voted for whoever the hell he voted for. He votes Republican all the way. Now, see, white people, some people are oblivious to black people's struggles, or, you know, what black people have been through the centuries. You know what I mean? You know, so you gotta think about it. So, at one point in time, black people, we did vote Republican. And then we voted, I don't even know. We voted, oh my goodness. We voted, Democrat in the 60s. So we flip-flopped our vote. And I see a lot of black so-called Republicans, you know, y'all on there talking about how we should go and be on the Republican side. Then you got some people saying, oh, we need to stay on the Democratic side. Or then you got some people saying, oh, you know, I'm going independent this year. All right, how about we all just say fuck it? Let's all just drop out of the fucking race completely, all in together. See, but one thing about black people, we can't do that. But like I said, let me get back onto what I was trying to say real quick, because I just kind of went off the subject there a little bit. So the gentleman at my job, he's, you know, like I said, he said, oh, you need to go out and vote. It's important. Like I told you, he votes Republican. So I asked him, I said, listen, let me ask you a question. I said, I want you to answer me wholeheartedly and truthfully, but I just want you to listen first so you can hear what I'm saying. I said, do your candidates, do they come and hold town hall meetings where you live? He said, yeah. Without a shadow of doubt. He said they come to the house and knock on the door. I said, all right, so when they start talking to you, telling you what they willing to offer, and are they willing to listen to your demands? He said, yeah. They'll sit right there and they listen to our demands. He said Democrats are more like, you know, well, you know, regardless. But the way I think he meant was like the Democrats are more like, oh yeah, whatever. But I think the Democrats listen to them too, because they want to get that vote. And they're willing to bend and flex for it. But when you come to black areas, inner city areas, if you're black, I'm going to say 10 out of 10, there is no one coming in your neighborhood to sit down and talk to you, unless the person is black and they're running for like a mayor, assembly person, whatever the case. If they're a homegrown person, sometimes a lot of those guys, they'll come into the community and they'll talk talk to you. A lot of them will give you the runaround. And I've seen a lot of that because they don't have the answers to what you want. You can sit down and say, listen, I want a Big Mac, fries, and a better school for my kids. Guess what happens? They could probably give you the Big Mac and the fries, but the better school for your kids, they'll do a runaround on it. You understand? And I hate to use that type of dipped analogy, but yeah. So they'll come out, but far as like people like Cory Booker, because remember at one time Cory Booker did his running in the city. He talked to a whole bunch of people. He was out there on the ground in the grassroots area with everybody, you know? So he was doing his thing. Now that they got him elected to the Senate, Cory Booker does not reach out to the people anymore. He's a part of the big corporations' pockets now. So in order to keep people like Cory Booker out of the Senate's pockets, black people all over would have to do what? And all over in New Jersey would have to put money together, and they would have to buy Cory Booker. Because right now he's bought by these big politicians, by these big, not politicians, by these big companies. Like Santos and Koch brothers, you know? So just giving a breakdown, because I'm trying to make this short and sweet. See, politicians don't come out, like I said, those politicians, those white politicians, they don't hold town hall meetings in our neighborhoods. They don't hold town hall meetings in my area of town. They won't even go into the Spanish portion of town. But they'll damn sure go, and I'm not going to lie to you when I say this, they damn sure won't go in the black areas. Unless you got a Spanish person who's running for mayor or running for governor or running for assembly, he will go in that Spanish portion of town because he knows his people's going to take good care of him. He's going to offer up better schooling for his people, even though his people go to school with our people. But he's going to try to separate the schools, saying no black kids can go to this school no more. Only Spanish kids can go to that school. And they will pay that money to get that. Do you understand? We are the last, we're the lowest on the ladder. We're the lowest run on the ladder. As black people, we are the lowest run on the ladder. People can come from Puerto Rico, they can come from Mexico, they can come from Brazil, they can come from China, they can come from Haiti. I ain't gonna say Haiti, but they can come from Colombia, Cuba. They can come from Ireland with nothing in their pockets. And some apparent reason they'll have a store, they'll have a car, they'll have a house within a year. And us, we've been here since slavery. Our people have been here since then. We don't get the leg up. We don't get the hand that they do by the government, nor by the politicians, because guess what? They are our replacements. I talked to you before about we are being replaced, even in the music industry and entertainment. We are being replaced. They rather have an Asian boy group that sings soul than to give an award to a black group who sings it, who are the originators of it. They rather give Britney Spears and Debbie Lovato or whatever, because, or Christine Aguilera and the other girl that had her titty grabbed. You know what I mean? They rather give them the award instead of giving it to Mary J. Blige, or, you know, they gave so many to Beyonce, so they're like tired of giving it to her, you know, or giving it to someone black who is the originator. They wouldn't give it to Aretha Franklin. They're not giving it to Patti LaBelle. Come on, man. The originators. We are the originators of American music the way it is, period. You have tried to branch off and create your own style of music. You took in rock and roll from us. You're trying to take rap from us now. We had club and disco. You took that away from us. You're trying to take R&B away from us. See, the point is, as black people, we don't put money behind our people. We'll rather go out and get the black market, or if you bought the tape, I want to record the whole entire tape, and I want you to give me the tape for free. Instead of me going out and purchasing the same album that you got. To help that artist gain more money, even though it's going more to his record company, but he's the one that's going to get the credit as well. We don't do that. I spoke, oh my goodness, I'm losing time, but I'm gonna try to make this real quick. I spoke to a friend of mine real quick about businesses, and I said, black people, we don't own businesses anymore, because every time we go into business, and say like me, I got a detail business and I build guitars. Every time I meet a black person who wants something, they want the hookup. But you will go in the store, in that white man's store, and you will buy his $300 pair of sneakers. You will buy his $500 pair of jumpsuits. You will buy his $80 Brazilian weave. You'll buy his $500 red bottoms and won't even say, give me the hookup, because you want him to know that you have the money to pay for his product, because as they say, the white man's ice is colder. And that's how black people feel, and they have felt like that for years. For probably over 60 years, they've been feeling like that. Ever since black people were able to go into a white man's shop and start buying from him, that's when they felt like, oh yeah, well, we can do this, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that. And we don't need to go to our own people no more. I don't have to go to you. I can go to the white man's store and shop with him and his people, because I'm going to show him I got money. If that's the case, show him you got money by spending it with your people and building up your community. And in the process of you building up your community, you can buy yourself some politicians, or rent them at least. Dr. Claude Anderson talked about this, and it's so true. But we won't do it because we are not on the same level with one another. We will not do the same thing with one another. I'm about to lose power on this phone, so I'm going to stop this right here. This is part 1. I'm going to hit you off with a part 2 later. Okay, this is the Battle Blaster. I'm out. Peace.